صلوا على خير البرية هاديا صلوا عليه وعزروه.
And it's mental health as well, actually trying to look after them completely and just allow them to have that sort of day where they could have that respite. So we're trying to help them with that. But the main purpose why I'm here is we're actually collecting for Lebanon, where inshallah we'll be going in October to fundraise and hand out food parcels. And if you remember me talking about Lebanon, I just want to give you an understanding of how Lebanon is when we went there, and the very first time when we went there. So we decided to take over a camp and look after a camp that has got 51 families, mainly widows, orphans and disabled people, and we paid the rent for them. And I remember when we first went there, and we're talking about now there are over 1,000 camps in Lebanon with mainly Syrian and Palestinian refugees. So you could see how much refugees there were, and majority of them, they're there for the long haul. They have sort of guards at front, so they're not allowed to leave those camps. So it's a prison within a prison, and inshallah, subhanAllah, for Allah's mercy, they get by with maybe doing some sort of work for the farmers that were giving out their land, and they look for our aid. So when we went out there, we actually gave out the food parcels and we assisted with preparing cost and things, and we paid for their rent for over 2 years. There's a brother that, after seeing us, he's very emotional, and he's making dua in Arabic, and one of our NGOs that we partnered with was interpreting. And I want to share this again with you brothers, because this is something that really, it should be a motivation for us why we do this work. So this brother made dua in a sense, and he summarized, he's saying, Ya Rab, give these brothers Jannah, unite us in Jannah, give them the best in this world and their hereafter, and do not class them as the one that had forsaken us. And subhanAllah, I remember a couple of years ago, Mona Zubair was talking about, just before the Syrian war happened, Mona Zubair was making a speech, and he was talking about how he visited Damascus at that time. And Mona Zubair was saying how rich of knowledge base Damascus was, and how rich the society was. So I'm just trying to give you a picture on how comfortable these people were, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested with them, that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make them pass that test. But testing with a test that they were faced oppression. And majority of Lebanon, if you have a look, I remember when we went into an area called Bika Valley. And part of Bika Valley, you can see on the side, there were mountains. And I was speaking with my other colleagues from the Akhirah Project and saying, subhanAllah, I wonder what's behind these mountains. And the NGO next to us said, behind these mountains, brothers, is Syria. And I'm just trying to make you visualize, brothers, now these mountains wasn't like, Farley Hill or Stopsley, where each mountain had snow-peaked mountains there were. And if you know, most of Damascus was, I think, about 200 miles. So majority of the people from Syria that came into Lebanon were either from Damascus or the west of Damascus. And Allah Alim, the family that might have climbed those mountains, Allah Alim knows, the ones that didn't make it, but majority were women, children and disabled. That's the majority of them in those camps.